Hey everybody, it's BDY Shade and BDY Short Stuff. Say hi.
Hello.
And we're here to give you a long overdue update tutorial on everything that's changed in Warframe. Cause gosh darn, a lot has. Well, the first thing that you'll notice is the UI actually looks really shiny and new. If you look in the bottom left-hand corner, Squads is now listed down there, and you can see what Warframe they're rolling with, and all of their weapons, which is really handy if you're trying to, like, strategize and think out builds and things like that. Also, all the planets are now listed beautifully, and if you hover over them, as you can see, it shows how many missions you've done, how many current groups are playing there, as well as a really handy tool of listing out every material you can get there, which, I don't know about you, but I kept on having to recheck and recheck, like, Google and stuff to find out what materials I needed, so that's very cool. Otherwise, it's just a basic visual upgrade. The Foundry now looks nice and new. So yeah, that's good that they've finally updated the kind of disgusting looking interface, and now it's all shiny and polished. Moving on, the next big change is the new addition of clans and guilds. So now you can, instead of just being a squad with your friends, being in an entire clan. Now, at first you might say, well, the only benefit of that is seeing your friends in game and blah, 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 and you can already do that with your contacts anyway. Wrong. If you click on the keys tab right next to your online status, you can look through all of the keys you collect. The clan key, of course, you get by 1, joining a clan, and 2, you have to make it. But everything else you collect from in-levels, most often from rewards for defense missions, and they take you to void missions, which are rather difficult, so I'm not going to show one now. And it's filled with a unique enemy type, which is a culmination of all the enemies you fought before, except different. Now they've been sucked into the void and turned into void things. And that's how you get the blueprints for a lot of different weapons, like the Latron Prime and stuff. First, we're going to cover the dojo and the clan, and to help us, we have our good friend Aaron. So,
Hi.
he's waiting for us in the dojo.
I am indeed. I'm kneeling. I'm staring at a bush. This is what I do in my spare time on this game.
Bushes.
So, they have instituted a clan and dojo system with the new patches, and what makes it so special is that these clans are basically they're player created. You know, essentially you can grab a bunch of friends and decide what your clan name's going to be and who's going to lead it, and you can actually modify and customize your hierarchy. You can actually, when I say modify, I don't just say, you know, you get to choose who's in what position, but you get to name the positions yourselves. And then furthermore, you get to set the allowances of the certain, of what you can let certain positions do. You have complete control in being able to craft your own clan or guild, whatever you'd like to call it, and it's pretty cool. It's a very nice, intuitive system. And what the clans and guilds have special access to are these things called dojos that Chris has already mentioned for you. And what these dojos are they are abilities to once again craft your own guild. This is your hall. This is your home for the clan. And what you do with these dojos is you start at nodes where nothing exists, and you can begin construction processes on various room types. And the lovely part about basically what it allowed was a scale of resources that were required for each room based upon the members that you had in your clan. Because at first it was outrageous. They were asking for 100,000 of various difficult resources to gather for even small clans. So what they did is they scaled that back into proportion with how many members you had in your clan. So it makes it much easier for smaller elite clans like ourselves to still build the same type of dojos that the larger, more expansive clans can build.
So if you look here, we have a room that's currently under construction. Any guild member can help contribute, but only certain ranks can actually pick what rooms are built. So this room is an obstacle course. I can't really show you like some of the different things, and I don't really have any of the resources needed to contribute at the moment, but After it's done, it takes a certain amount of time, and boom, you have a new room. You want to give them the tour of all the rooms we have so far?
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you go ahead and just follow me, Chris? Oh, before you do that, you got to take a look at this cool new stance they have whenever you're idle. Boom! Oh, yeah.
I can't see it because you're locked in the kneeling position.
Boom! Total tryhard right there. Oh yeah, arms crossed. That means I'm sincere. Anyway, we're gonna move on, and we're going to give you a little tour of what an average dojo should look like. This is a bio lab. Here, Chris, if you will walk this way, there should be an activate option once you come to this stand right here. And what you can do is you can research various weapons and technologies belonging to, you know, if you've played this game, belonging to the infested. It's a biolab, so obviously it's going to have something to do with biology. So, you can build that, but something I did forget to mention, Chris, if you will turn around and follow me, is right across this hall. Come on, come on, come on. Before you can start on any lab, you have to have... Wait, that's the wrong one.
This is research.
Yeah, that's more research. I guess I spawned
Explain
at the wrong
research
end of the
first.
hall. So, before you can actually build any of these labs, you have to build an Oracle lab, which is down here. Yes, I found it finally. The Oracle lab takes up its own lab slot and is required... Chris, it is... Yeah, to your right. It is required to be able to build or start construction on the various other labs. This one, you know, there's nothing you have to research here as long as you have it built. It takes up its own station.
So it just like powers the other labs.
Exactly. It works as a basis for them. You know, you have to have that in order to construct the rest. But over here, you're obviously going to have the this is going to be for your Grenier, your Chem lab. So that's for the Grenier, and then you've got the field run and the bio labs, and in here you have the Great Clan Hall. Now, I'm not quite sure what the difference is between this and the Clan Hall that we built downstairs, but I do know that it gives us some extra room. Yeah, it should give some extra space, which you ultimately need in order to build onto your base or your dojo. And Chris has already shown you what a room in progress looks like. So if you, go ahead and run down to the end of the hallway there, we'll get to the elevator, which we've built.
You can build multiple stories off of your thing, so don't think you're just confined.
Yeah.
Like, these things can get really friggin' expansive if you take the time.
They can, they can also get really, I don't know, enigmatic in terms of, you know, labyrinth-like and trying to figure out where to go. This room in particular is something that, yeah, they're both reactors. The one here that you see here and the one across the hallway from this room are reactors. This is a necessity if you are to power any sort of other rooms. It's just like the occasional clan hall. You know, clan halls, you know, they give rooms, but every room and every room that requires, you know, anything electronic, I guess, elevators, biolabs, they all require some power, and these reactor rooms give that power. So you need these in order to expand in terms of energy. And this is our clan hall, the main room that you usually always spawn in. And across from it, down on this end, is the greater clan hall. That's the one I was talking about. It's right, it's right below the big one up top that we don't know, you know, what purpose or what the difference is. And furthermore, what we have here is the dueling room. Now this is cool. This is really, like, this is striking gold in the game here. Oh boy! All right. Well,
some much needed
PvP. Let me explain real quick. What the dueling room does is it gives players the chance to challenge each other in a duel. Now, as I'm sure some of you can guess, yes, it can be rigged in terms of having an overpowered Warframe. You know, Warframes with a lot of powerful global ults like the Ember. I tried dueling an Ember. That Ember put down her ult and it obliterated me entirely. So, as you can imagine, there's certain frames that I feel should be nerfed whenever they go PvP. But in order to actually activate PvP, you simply press X, you kneel down, and you listen to Lotus talk, and then it'll have rounds starting. And these blue symbols off to our right here are going to spawn. Whoops. Not that.
Oh, I died.
Wow. That was scary. Sorry, I kind of went silent there. But these blue things spawn the mana, or not the mana, but the power, the energy that you have, and it goes to like the best of 3, I believe. Or...
You have much to learn.
Boom!
I died again.
Sorry,
yeah, that's dueling.
Really powered. Yeah, that's how you duel it. It's pretty cool. Another little thing, not too big, also kind of expensive, is decorations. So you see here we have a little pool with some fish. You get the chance to build decorations and contribute to them, you know, and obviously have them constructed. If you'll go down this way, we've got a couple banners that are currently under construction on either end.
As Aaron pointed out earlier, all the Warframes now have unique idle stances. Like his was a try-hard arms crossed, while mine is kind of like a sketchy, gropey arm spread thing at the moment.
If you stay idle for enough time, they have a movement too.
Oh, look, he looks around. Fancy.
Yeah.
And he looks at his crotch. Like, okay, that's
like
good.
Muay Thai or something like that. Yep, look. Oh, meditation. Not Muay Thai, I'm sorry, that's Tai Chi.
Same thing. But, alright, so that was the dojo, and a few more quick things that have also been No, I don't want to quit the game, I just want to leave the dojo. Calm yourself. A few more quick things before we wrap this up. Obviously, they've released new Warframes and new weapons, which we may or may not cover in later episodes. That's yet to be seen. Weapons including things like the Prime weapons and the Stalker weapons, which are both extraordinarily powerful. Oh, as one more note, we're not a terribly active guild, but if you are looking for a guild that already has a dojo, we are recruiting. Just message one of us in-game. So I think that's everything. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment. If you have any constructive criticism, feel free to comment that. Like and favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye.
See you later.